Coming to you from Chicago Heights, concerned community member Ed Cook pushes for government grant to provide facelift for Chicago Heights, and Governor State University responds against violence. This is Bloom Scene.
I'm your host, Maggie Hitchcock.
And I'm Rachel Forsythe.
Today, our top story takes us to Governor State University in University Park, Illinois. GSU is starting its own Respond to Violence program. Our reporter is at Governor State University with Yvette Brown.
Thanks, Maggie. I'm Aaliyah Northern, and I'm here with Yvette Brown at Governor State University talking about the Respond to Violence Initiative. What is the Respond to Violence Initiative?
Respond to Violence is a multimedia initiative that I founded about a year and a half ago in a response to an incident that occurred to my own family, and as a response to all the violence and the crisis I think that we are in as a community and a nation. So part of the initiative itself is to promote resources, to promote groups and community activities that are combating the violence epidemic.
What was your inspiration for the founding of the Respond to Violence Initiative?
The reason I decided to found and create the Respond to Violence initiative here at Governor State University was because violence came home to my house. What happened to me made me want to act and not just be upset that I was now a part of this story. My son, he was a married father of two, was just coming home from the grocery store. He lived in a Bronzeville community of Chicago, and a gunfight actually broke out in one of the parks that he was passing by in traffic, and the bullets flew through his window and hit him in the arm. Luckily for my family, we survived that incident, and he healed emotionally and physically from it. But so many families don't survive it, and so many families are caught in it, so many children and mothers and fathers. And that made me very much want to see what I could do to help. What could I offer to help with the solution to this problem?
How does the initiative work?
Well, what we're trying to accomplish here for Respond to Violence is to involve the students and the community so that we are reaching out to them and they're reaching back. That we will offer specific services like mentoring from our social work students, or we might go tell the story of someone who's been impacted by violence by our media students. They'll take cameras out into the community. We would like to use our theater students. We might do some performance art with some of the students in the surrounding community, the grammar schools, the high schools, other ways to tell young people how to deal with violence and those kinds of issues. So we want to engage the community through resources that we have here at Governor State University.
Thank you, Yvette. This has been Aaliyah Northern reporting for Bloom Scene. Now back to the studio.
For more information, go to respondtoviolence.com.
Now for our next story. The City of Chicago Heights hosted a visioning meeting. Chicago Heights is moving forward with the creation of a comprehensive plan, which will help guide development and decision-making in the city for years to come. In July, participants helped to define community values and identified key issues and opportunities in Chicago Heights. On Wednesday, November 13th, the first visioning workshop was conducted. We caught up with Edward Cook, a community member.
The plan is a wish list for the city. What do we want to see the city? Where do we want to see the city in 20 years?
Edward Cook has been a member of the Chicago Heights community for over 40 years. He, alongside many other concerned community members, are doing their part to improve the city through the procurement of state and local grants, with which to fund major renovations and new additions to our city. One of the primary functions is to present potential government grantors with compelling information regarding the need for financial assistance, as well as a precise and comprehensive plan to effectively utilize the requested funds.
Not only the schools, the park districts, forest preserve district, and manufacturing bases. The manufacturers working with the schools to let the schools know what type of people they need to work so that people that live in the community can work in the community.
As a member of this community myself, I can say I can't wait to see what's in store. Maggie?
This has been Maggie Hitchcock.
And Rachel Forsythe.
And that's Bloom Scene for today. Be sure to tune in next time.